ready, gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Welcome, TCB auditors. I was actually waiting for you for long. Welcome in Universal Motor Service Company. Uh, we are one of the most reputed and leading Ford motor service company. We service Ford and Lincoln make light motor vehicles. Uh, Ford actually has put a condition for our continuity as a service station and insisted that we implement ISO 9000 2015 standard as well as other two standards which we are going to implement very soon, which is 14,000 and 45,000. Right now, we are looking for 9001 2015, and I have great pleasure to welcome the team of the most competent auditor from TCB. And my name is Ray, and I'm the general manager of Universal Motor Service Company. On behalf of me and my colleagues, I welcome you and request you to start the process of auditing.
Thank you, Mr. Ray. Well, this is Muhammad Imtiaz. I have a background of mechanical engineering with 8 years of experience in auditing field.
Mhm.
Uh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ray. It's a part.
My
I mean, it's
pleasure,
a
my
privilege
pleasure.
that.
Yes, to
Well,
know
let
you.
me introduce the team members along with me. The audit team members are Mr. Ralph Menezes and Inayatullah. So, Mr. Ralph Menezes is a mechanical engineering with 10 years of experience
Mhm.
in the field of quality control and inspection.
Okay.
And Mr. Inayatullah is the procurement manager with
Mhm.
15 years of experience.
Good, good, good. Nice to see. Good team.
Yeah. So, the scope of the certification in your organization will be service and maintenance of vehicles as per the customer requirements.
Yes.
And the objective is to evaluate the effectiveness of organization as per the QMS.
Thank you.
And the criteria will be as per ISO 9001 2015. Is it applicable that legal and other requirements are set by the organization?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I have the attendance sheet with me.
Okay. I'll
I
be
mean,
more than happy to sign.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah.
And please distribute with your team members as well. Those will
Absolutely.
be
Thank you.
assisting us.
Thank you. Yeah.
And this will be 3 days audit, uh, and we'll be discussing the audit plan with your auditees as well.
Okay.
And let me know if there are any observers from your end as well, so that we'll be happy to get much more required informations.
Okay.
And in case of any issues or in case of anything, you can feel free to talk to us directly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. um, well, that's it. If you have any issues, you can tell me, or if you have any queries, you can ask me.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Excellent. I think you have covered everything. But however, I just wanted to clarify a few things. You said 3 days audit, but I thought the audit will be completed today itself, right?
Yeah, but since your organization has like various departments, we have segregated based on the limited availability of the auditors, and we need to cover various and in a detail. So since it's a quality related, so
So you
we
mean
need.
three auditors, one day makes 3 man days, is it? Is this how you are?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right, okay. So audit will be done in a day itself. Thank you so much
It's,
because we made arrangement for your all travel and etc. for one day. Thank you so much for that. In fact, first time we are being audited, so we don't know how you are going to identify um, your observation and how we will know how we are doing or how my different teams and the organization, different departments are doing, how we are going to communicate your findings to us.
the findings will be communicated to your team based on the every department whenever we does like the auditing work. After the completion of the audit,
Mhm,
we'll be communicating to the concerned team members, and
mhm.
apart from that, we'll be coming back to a closing meeting as well, where
Sure.
we'll be sitting along and I'll be discussing all this findings, whatever my team members have been raised, and your team members have accepted it. Then we
Okay.
will have a closing meeting, and then finally I'll be generating a report as well.
All
audit
right,
report.
perfect. And you can tell us if you need any logistics and other arrangement for your telecommunication or anything. We'll provide you a separate workspace, yeah, even though you did not want, but I believe you might need a space for your working together, which is equipped with, Wi-Fi and internet facilities, so you can work. Only
Sure,
one
sure.
issue is that we follow information security management system. So we deeply appreciate any information and picture that you take.
Mm-hmm.
If any information goes out, should be kept confidential within us. And we
Sure.
appreciate that you share what you are noting down and taking, because we are one of the top leading organization, and we want our best practices to remain confidential between your organization and our organization. That's precisely the reason we have hired TCB as our certification body, because we know you all are very professional auditors. And also, let me tell you how you are going to take samples, or how do you audit. I have no idea actually. How do you go about? If you
Well,
throw some light, it will
yes.
be good to know for us. How do you really perform your audit and see different things?
Well, in that case, me and my team members will be like segregating according to the audit plan that we have slotted,
Uh-huh.
and based on the samples, like how, since you are asking like how we'll be measuring the samples, we'll be like taking a random samples
I see.
based on
Okay,
the,
okay,
yeah.
okay. I
So
thought
based on that,
my guys are doing so much of work. How we are going to cover all these elements in a day? You guys must be super smart, because I still find some problems are there, and they're working day in, day out, and you are saying in one day we'll complete everything. I was wondering, you must be quite smart and having some special techniques. So I was wondering to know about that.
well, I appreciate Mr. Ray for your kind words. Yes, we are super smart. That's why TCB has chosen UMS and
Oh,
UMS
I'm
has
very
chosen
happy to know this. Yeah, thank you
TCB.
so much indeed. Yeah. All right.
Sure, sure.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you for explaining everything to us.
You're
And
welcome.
our
It's a
organization
pleasure.
is
It's a
open.
pleasure for us as it's a pleasure for us as well to land in TCB every year for certificate.
Thank you so
And
much. And in fact, few
you are
areas
giving
have
a
got some access restrictions and control, and we
Mhm.
follow safety as well, even though safety is not the part of the audit right now. So you'll be
Well,
provided with the PPE that is required
sure,
for you to access different area. And my safety team also will give you a small safety briefing as to how you move around from different places, because we are
sure.
following customers' vehicle. There are some moving objects. So I have already advised my MR to provide a guide with all of you individually, so that you can be taken from one place to another place, so that you can perform your audit perfectly as planned and achieve our common objectives, which is to finish the audit. I would demand from you that you go through in detail and find out where we are good at and where we need to improve. So
Sure.
we look for this audit as an opportunity for our improvement, and I
Sure.
look forward to hear from you maybe tomorrow or today, end of the day. I'll be present as well in the closeout meeting to know from
Yes.
you what is your observation.
Sure. Sure. Even our motto is not to raise the non-conformities against such a good organization. So we are
Thank
here
you.
to find out the opportunities of improvement so that your organization will be the best organization in the days to come, and we have to maintain it
Thank
forever.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I
You're welcome.
appreciate. I appreciate. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome.
So thank you, gentlemen. How do you feel? Did the opening meeting go?
It's fine, sir. I mean, it's
Went in
sounds
the right
good.
way.
It has gone better than I thought. This is one of the best opening meeting I have seen in my training program. It was done in a way that I feel absolutely delighted that a beginner is doing an opening meeting with such level of maturity and dexterity and the personality and the style of communication and the level of confidence, and covering all the areas that is needed to be covered in an audit opening meeting. You did not mention some of the point, but I raised those things, and to ensure that you touch those points and you have covered them adequately. Fantastic. I think you deserve a big round of applause, actually. Fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. This is how opening meeting should happen. 10 on 10. 1 point.
Thank you, sir.
You started mentioning that we know your organization is very good and we have come here, we'll give you certificate. And we mentioned about your company to other companies. These are some of the statement not needed to be mentioned at the beginning because you have not seen our organization. You have not been involved in the audit. So you say that we know your organization is great. We have heard so much about your organization. We are indeed delighted to be here. And I think we will also learn quite a few things, good practices that you are following. And we would try to add value to your organization at the time of audit. We believe our team has got a wonderful combination of experience and competence to audit your organization and add value. You mentioned those things, and that's what is important. And in fact, our objective is to find the degree of conformity. What was very good is you started the scope, objective, and the criteria, and one by one, attendance sheet, and everything you have covered. Fantastic. Very, very good indeed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Imtiaz, again, welcome. I was actually waiting for you. I will have a very short period of time. I've got a couple of meetings today, but it's extremely important to welcome you and spend few minutes of my time and to share my views and ideas on what we are doing. So yes, go ahead.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ray, for spending the quality time in spite of your busy schedule. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. You will have only 5 minutes time, not too much of time, because
Fine.
top management does not spend so much of
Yes.
time. So very precise. I can
Sure.
drag it for long, but you say that I will take a very short period of time. I know you're quite busy, but thank you so much for your time. The wave started. Yeah, go ahead.
Fine. Thank you, Mr. Ray, for spending your quality time with us. I'll not be taking much time of yours. So, can I know how the effectiveness of quality management system in your organization is measured?
Oh, yes, it's a very good question. In fact, I have got a team and they perform internal audits
Mm-hmm.
and they give me a report of their observation and the findings. They call it what is non-conformities and conformities. So I tell them where we are good at. So let me know. Don't come up with a set of non-conformities, 5 NCs. I don't want to hear that. I want to know also where we are doing very good and where we have to improve, and
Mm-hmm.
then where we are not so good at. So accordingly, I get a report every time the audit happens, and that's how the things are monitored in my company. And sometime and then we do a management review. In the
Mm-hmm.
management review, we look at the report and give direction what should be done, and that's how we know what is being achieved and what is not.
Well, it's a great thing to know it from you, Mr. Ray. If you don't mind, can I have evidence of it, of the recent management review that is done, so that my audit team members can have a view of it? Ralph and Majid, can you have a view of it?
You're talking about the management review, right?
Yes.
What I would appreciate very much that
Mhm.
when you are going to talk to my management representative,
Sure.
he is going to show you the
Okay.
management review record. In fact, I don't keep them with me, and I tell
Sure.
them to be there. If you have any
No problem.
issue and if you cannot trace it there, let me know. I am sure this was done and it will be there with them. And you can have a look at the report when you are talking to them.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
So, what does the quality policy of your organization states?
I didn't get your question, please. Yeah, tell
What
me.
does the quality policy of your organization
Yeah, all
reflects?
right, all right. See, we are an automotive service station,
Mhm.
so, and we are food exclusive service station. So, our the view is that we should be the best in class in terms of quality of service and promptness and the accuracy of the job. So, being an exclusive service station, we are supposed to be technically very rich because Ford is a
Mhm.
technology company. We have got Ford and Lincoln, those kind of models, and these are state-of-art models. We are coming up with hybrid models. We are coming
Mhm.
up with solar-powered vehicles. We are coming up with electrical versions or hybrid versions. So we need to be technically very rich and competent so that we can service our customer and give them the best experience. That's what is our policy, and we want to be number one in the market we operate.
Well, that's outstanding, Mr. Ray. That's outstanding. I just have a few more questions to you. How do you ensure the resources are allocated, planned, and provided for this effective implementation of quality management system?
Absolutely, it's a very, very good question indeed. See,
Thank you.
resource cost me money. So
Yes.
in difficult time, there is a process of a review of the needs for deploying any sort of resources. But we are quite a progressive company. We want to provide state-of-art facility to make sure the jobs are well done with the speed
Hmm.
that they need to have. Not only that, we want to give an outstanding experience for our guests coming in.
Sure.
For example, we know we are the best in terms of car service. that really means nothing to the customer, because they know any company will do a car servicing. But when our customers are coming, with them a very warm welcome, we provide them infrastructure that they would not feel bothered, because if they don't have anything to do, then they will be counting seconds, and that creates pressure on us. So we give them an empty coffees and teas and a workstation and internet, and there's a playground for the small kids. They can go and spend some quality time. And we have got infrastructure so that each customer can see their progress of their car in the screen, what is happening. We use RFID, so the customer in real time can see what is happening with their car. So they're informed at every point of time, regardless of what we are doing. So we give them a wholesome experience. In fact, sometimes we tell them, if you are in a hurry, you may be dropped by our drivers and can be brought back so that you can perform your task and we can perform our task. We can sometimes bring the car when the customer is not in a position to come. So we have our drivers arranged to pick up their car and drop back. That kind of thing is also done. So as an organization, we try to give the best of the experience, not only in car servicing, as an overall package, so that we are rated to be a great organization.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Mr. Ray. How do you ensure that the legal and the other requirements are complied in your organization?
I didn't get your point. Once again, please.
How do you ensure that the legal and the other requirements
I see.
are identified or
It's a very,
complied?
very good point. In fact, it's a very good point. I'm quite impressed that you are asking very relevant questions to me, and I feel it is worth. I have taken a good decision to be speaking to you. In fact, we have got a legal department and legal advisors, and that is also supported by our technical team, because Ford also gives us a lot of legal requirements that we have to comply with. For example, emission control, for example, effluent treatment, for example, disposal of wastes, for example, noise level, for example, smoke level. All those things are important because we have got next door neighbors should not be affected by our operations. We are very mindful of it. So, and also waste handling is a very important thing. So, in fact, we do a lot of car washing and cleaning. So there are a lot of water treatment. Water is needed, you know, and those water should not go to the drain with oily water, which will affect the country's, soil conditions. So we have got a treatment plant. So we have got a very robust process, and we maintain a legal register of those. We identify the legal requirement, and there is a compliance ensured by our legal team. And at the time of management review, we go through the legal compliance. And if the legal compliance, there is some issues that these are very considered in a very serious manner, because you don't want any complaint, because, you know, we'll be penalized by the government. And we have got a policy to achieve zero penalty from legal compliance. That's one of the objectives that we have.
Oh, that's a great and good initiative objective that I have set, Mr. Ray. Well, if you don't mind, Mr. Ray, can I ask my team members to have a look with the legal requirement? What are the legal registers that you are seeing?
Again, I appreciate if you're asking this question to my management representative.
Yeah, that's what.
And they are taking this, but this is there. Please take a note of this, which will be seen, which you can verify when you are looking at the management representative. Yeah, 1 second. Hello. Yes, I'm busy in a meeting right now. Can you just give me a call back in a few minutes? Yeah, I'm busy in a meeting. Just give me a few minutes time. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, there was a call. You know,
it's okay, sir. It's okay. Not a problem. How do you ensure that customer focus and customer satisfaction are met? And what if not?
A very good question, actually. Customer, I would like to say that our focus, our attention is riveted on the customer's requirement. So to this, we have ensured that my team understand the customer requirements, and I have got a very open channel of communication where the feedback form that goes to the customer has got my direct contact email address. So if any customer is really not so happy, and they can write back a feedback which will be coming directly to me, bypassing everyone, and that is known to everyone, because I want customer to have a flexible way to reach to the highest level that makes everyone accountable. This is one thing. Second is in the operational level, we have established that everyone are trained, the customer requirements are taken down, communicated with the customer in real time. Sometimes, you are in automotive business. I also have grown in this organization in the last 25 years. I was a service engineer, and gradually I've grown up to the apex level, top level. Yes, we have situations when sometimes customers are not so happy because they are not so technical. Sometimes at the time of receiving the car, we do not know what all service might be required. But once we open the vehicle and there may be some additional requirements identified at that time, which we communicate, and we are supposed to communicate to the customer. And sometimes customer is busy, they are not responding. So we have a policy that in case the issues are safety critical and threatens the life of the customer, we take a calculated risk. And if it is within $250 extra, more than agreed price, we take them on account and do the servicing regardless of customer confirms or not, and they sign this as a part of the contractual terms. If it is more than that, we do not do, because we don't want customer to be unprepared with a hefty bill and they might be quite dissatisfied. So these are some of the things which are done, which at the time of car servicing and customer product handling, your people would be able to see at the ground level the reality. But in general, we are quite pleased that our customer, 95% of our customers are delighted. Yeah, there are some issues at time, but we take them promptly.
Appreciated, Mr. Ray.
Thank you
What
so
are the
much.
means by which quality of policy and the quality objectives that you have set in your organization are being correctly communicated to all the employees of your organization?
Very, very good question. See,
Thank you.
communication is key. You are all ISO
Yes.
auditors. In the earlier version of the standard, we have upgraded our standard from 2008 to 2015. By the way, I'm also an auditor like you, but I don't have chance or opportunity to audit now because I do a lot of other things. So we don't have,
I
I
can
don't
understand.
get chance to audit.
Mhm.
So you are more current in your audit practices. But in 2008, we did not have a communication to be one of the important clause as a standalone clause. In 2015, this has become a standalone clause. So communication is key within the organization and with the customer. So we have developed a customer communication plan, even what will be communicated, when this will be communicated, how this will be communicated. All these things are discussed within the organization. In management
Mhm.
review also, we see effectiveness of communication. We have developed ERP solution within the organization. Everybody is provided mobile phone. Everybody knows everyone's number. So we need to communicate all customer requirement, other things as fast as possible so that we do not delay with any information. Secondly, with the customer, we did have problems sometimes before because customers' technology is changing. Earlier, customers were not ready to accept a phone or things like that, and they're busy. They might be busy with meetings and all. So we send WhatsApp and other messages. Now, I think my MR is very smart guy, and he said, "Sir, we want to introduce a WhatsApp and communicate with the customer. For sure, they will see if they find it critical, they'll come back, or at least we have got a record that you have communicated." And that's one of the effective way of communicating. So things happens.
That's great. That's great to hear, Mr. Ray. Well, my final question to you, Mr. Ray, I don't want to take much time of yours.
Thank you. Yeah.
How do you ensure that the roles and responsibilities in your organization are communicated properly? or
Yeah,
effectively?
this is another good question. Now I've got an HR team. I think you should be talking to my HR manager.
Sure.
We have got a very robust process because our job, our company is a technology driven company. So all my employees must have very high level of personal competence and technical competence. If they don't know the job, the car will not be serviced properly. So we have a very clear cut requirement for different positions, which also comes from Ford. Most of our people are certified and trained by Ford or Lincoln or those kind of high-end cars, because this is how they gain the competence. So, and HR department maintains all the training and those records. Yeah, I approved our training plan every year. In the beginning of the year, I approve what are the trainings, because sometimes they have to go to US and different Ford. Detroit, we send most of our people to Detroit in Ford. They've got a good service station and training centers. So our people are going there so that our organization must have the best of the trained people so that there is no complaint. And we do not want any complaint from the customer that we did servicing of the car, but still I have the problem and so on. So that's very, very important. However, I
Well,
would appreciate you check this one
sure.
in
Sure, Mr.
the HR
Well, the
department.
last line that the last line that you stated, that shows the perfect leadership of an organization, which starts from you, Mr. Zaid.
Thank you so
Because
much.
yeah, the way you are like treating your employees, the way you're making them competent, well, it shows the best leadership as per the clause 5.0 as per the standard.
Mhm.
I don't find any kind of opportunity for improvement. I don't find any kind of non-conformity. Well, everything is up to the mark.
Yeah, thank you
So
so much. In
keep it.
fact, this week I am sending one of my auditor. In fact, we are going for environment certification, as I mentioned. It's very
Mhm.
important. The place that we live in should be green, clean, and we must
Exactly.
contribute as a responsible company. So one of
Mhm.
my auditor, I've just approved. Tomorrow onwards, he is joining an environmental management 14,000 2015 auditor program. So,
That's great.
so we invest in people so that they can contribute and give it back to the company. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you
I
so much, Mr.
appreciate
Ray,
that.
for spending the quality time with us. And once
Thank you
again,
so much.
apologies for disturbing your
No, no, no,
quality
you are
time.
most welcome. I thoroughly enjoyed spending some time with you. You are young,
It's my
but
pleasure.
you talk quite matured, and I really loved spending some time. And I like this
Thank you.
word, quality time. In fact, this is quite an impressive way of communication. I really thoroughly enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ray.
Thank you so much. So how did you feel?
That was good.
It was really nice to hear a good conversation and to add the values that how it can be happen and how the questions can be asked. It's really good. I mean, it's
It
giving an
was
improvement.
it was great. Imtiaz, I am quite impressed. You have demonstrated competence to become a very outstanding auditor in your career. Fantastic. I'm very happy. This is how an auditor should ask questions politely. And have you seen that? It is not easy, even though you know me. There was kind of pressure within to ask questions, right questions. It's not easy. And if you find somebody, you are meeting a chairman of the company who have never met, and you don't know how he reacts and talks to raise questions and get a very good working relationship. So you, any feedback anyone wants to give. Inayat, how did you feel Imtiaz has done the job?
Yes, sir. It's quite good, sir.
By the way, Ronald was supposed to join. He told me to send the link. He said, I would love to see how my boys are doing. But somehow I forgot to send this. You would have been impressed to see what you are doing. Nevertheless, I've given a very good feedback about you all. And I felt very sad that, Mansoor had to drop, but he partly attended. So we are more than happy to absorb him or accommodate him in our next RDS program if he is willing to do that. Yes, Hashib, what did you feel? How he did?
It was wonderful session, sir. So you
Kiran?
guys asked.
Yeah, it was great actually. We have covered almost all the sections.
Raju?
It was
What do you
good
feel?
and it was
That's
good
very
and
good.
it's, interesting also. So quite
That was
interesting.
fantastic, actually.
Yes, sir.
Ralph, what do you
Yes,
feel?
his way of approach is good.
Really good thing session, sir, and good rapport was there between both of you.
Yeah,
So,
wonderful. Absolutely
wonderful, yeah.
brilliant.
We need to keep
But
that.
we
The tone was
seen the
good.
GM patience, sir. Your patience is very nice, sir.
Let's clap for ourselves. And someone should take the picture of this. And this is wonderful. This recording is there with me. I will take it out that how wonderfully this group has done this opening meeting and the top management audit. Brilliant, gentlemen. We move to the next point, next element of the audit. I would like Sandeep to come with clause number 8.2, determination of requirement of customer. You are coming to the reception department, so I am a receptionist now. So I am no longer the general manager or the chairman of the company. Now you can ask for documents. I will show you the documents, how I take order, everything. So you are auditing how we are taking customers' orders, how we are documenting customer orders, and how we are reviewing this, how we are communicating this to the service department. Imagine you are in the car reception department. Okay.
Yeah.
You are in clause number 8.2, na?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So your time starts now, and you have got approximately 15 to 20 minutes at the most.
Right, sir.
All right. Yeah, your time starts now. Mr. Sandeep, thank you, sir, for coming. I was told that we'll be audited. We have never been audited before. So I really don't know how you will be, what you will check, but I can tell you what I am doing. That much I can tell you. So now it is up to you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Ray.
Good morning, sir.
It's really not to bother much because we are just going to review that what exactly going on and what exactly you are doing and what is the requirement of your organization. Our intention is to see your conformity of the requirements. Okay. This is what all we are going to do. First of all, be relaxed, and it will be just a simple conversation which will let us understand that the compliance, conformities are well in state and well in position, and things are in good shape.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Are you comfortable?
Yes, I'm comfortable. I'm perfectly all right, sir.
Fine. So, Mr. Ray, may I know how you are handling the inquiries?
Inquiry
from the customers.
When customer comes, they tell us what they want to do, and we record it in the system. That's how we do. So how you are, you are recording this all inquiries in the system. How you are giving the feedbacks to them? What is feedback? See, for example, if some inquiry has come from the customer, you have ordered in your system, and you must give the response to the queries to the customer. What is your system? Yes. When customer comes in and they come with a request, we note it down. I can show you, sir, what we do. So when customer comes, they come up with okay. They come up with the request. Where is it? Yes. No, this. Here. Can you see this, sir? Yeah. So if you see here, when customer comes, Mr. N. Gupta is one of our customer. So we note down his vehicle number, model number, date of request 15th, the vehicle number, contact number of the customer, engine number, chassis number, promise date. When we want to give this car, 8 o'clock we received, 1 o'clock, we should give it back to the customer. And these are the services and these are the prices we note down and we tell them, and then this is $570 is the cost that they have to give, and then these are the conditions, sir. In case additional work above up to $200 and 2 hours delay, we will not inform them. But if it is more than $200 and more than 2 hours, we inform the customer. And this is, see, the customer is agreed, and ARG is my signature. So I have taken the card, and then this goes to the next department who does the servicing. This is how we do things.
Fair enough. It sounds good. But there is a point of understanding. For example, you have mentioned this. This is what your company policy, that within $200 and within a grace period of 2 hours, which has been established by the organization. But maybe some of the customer may not be accepting this one. Maybe some clients may be not accepting that $200 will not be acceptable, or it will not
No,
be.
in that case, they can write here if they don't accept, because this is our policy. Sometimes what happens, when we open, we find something. For example, when you open the engine, you may find the spark plugs need to be replaced, and spark plug replacement will cost them time and money and additional cost. So, or if we find some components are damaged, for example, inside there's a cut in the tire that needs to be replaced. Otherwise, this can be dangerous for risk for the customer. So we contact them and we agree to this. So generally, our customers are coming up with, we are servicing Ford and Lincoln car, which are high-end cars. So our customers are very well-to-do people. So they agree for this kind of situation. In case of any problem, they will write here itself that they don't agree. So we'll not do it.
Yeah, it's okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
See, for example, if some sort of customer complaints are coming, you have already done some services for the vehicle, and still the customer is not satisfied. I mean, how you are dealing with the customer complaints?
No, if there is any customer complaint, it goes to our company general manager and quality control department, and then they come back to us in case of any problem. So if they take corrective action, and they will inform us what to do, we do it according to what they say.
But in any case, the customer will directly not able to approach maybe directly to GM for if any kind of issue has happened or the service is not getting done. He will immediately approach to reception and he will communicate his issues and he want to get it solved. And I mean, you can understand my point?
Yeah, that's true. We have got the customer's telephone number is there here. So we can contact the customer immediately in case of any issue. So we call them actually in case of any problem to tell if there is any issue. Yes, sir.
In addition to that, may I know how do you review the compliance of product and services?
Oh, very good question. In fact, this is not done by us. We are the reception department. We give these requirements. So here, these are the requirements, okay? Task. And this is the service technicians. And these are the verification persons. So in the workshop, they check and date all these things and give also is this okay or not. So this is how all the service will be done by a service technician and checked by a service engineer. And their status is written here. And based on that, we charge any additional work also and the time. So this is where it is accepted by the customer and additional time and cost. And then this is how all requirements are complied with. Should we have a small break? So let us have a small 10 minutes break. All right.